Hello everyone, welcome to United Matters channel. It's United playing away in Sevilla at Rio Betis, and that's where the game of football is really taking place. And United has gone ahead to name its starting 11, and obviously we are having it here onto the channel that does 100% Manchester United content. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. It's the Benito Villamarin Stadium with a capacity of 60,721 people. That's it. So it shows you that it's a very huge stadium. The United is really having a more capacity of close to 75,000 people per game. So smash the like button, comment and share, and don't forget to subscribe if at all you're watching us for the very first time, or you've always been watching us and you've always not been subscribing, then you need to come in and be do the needful. I'm having Nachitende Esther. I think we qualified last time, yeah. That 3-goal difference or 3-goal margin just put us into the ilk of really finding ourselves in a position of really qualifying. And we just need back-to-back wins, all right? Yeah, we need to win, and I think that's why Erik ten Hag has really gone in strong to see to it that he goes ahead to name his best players on the field of play. As I told you, that it's going to be a blessing disguise for the injury of Anthony and Garnacho for Facundo Pellistri, and obviously he has gotten himself his first start for Manchester United. Most of the times, he never started in the competitive games. He just came off the bench, and this time around, the manager has decided to start him in this game in Rio Betis. And we're having David De Gea, Harry Maguire, Lisandro Martinez, Bruno Fernandes, Rashford, Malacia, Fred, Casemiro, Weghorst, Pellistri, Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Substitutes include Butland, Heaton, Dalot, Lindelof, Rafael Varane, Luke Shaw, McTominay, Sabitzer, Elanga, and Jadon Sancho. Those are the substitutes of Manchester United, and the first 11 I read that's the starting 11 of United into that game. We go to Rio Betis. Raul Silva, Sabelli, Pezzella, Edgar, Ebner, Rodriguez, William, Rubiol, Jumanji, Joaquin, and Ayoze Perez. Those are the 11 players that Manuel Pellegrini has gone ahead to name to start for Rio Betis into this encounter as United tries to ascend through to the next round of the UEFA Europa League tournament, and that is what we call the, it's called what? It's called the quarterfinals. Now, let's have a little bit of what you guys are saying. We may Roma or Juventus, any of those who comes in through. To me, I believe we are really having a very fantastic squad, right? We are having a very fantastic squad that can really throw in a very huge performance against all these teams that we are really facing into this tournament. Knocking out Barcelona just gave us a ticket, I think, to the finale. That's it, because Barcelona was one of the best teams in the tournament. We knocked them out. So I think the hardest nut to crack left in this tournament is Arsenal. That's it. But Juventus, AS Roma, Union Berlin, Bayern Leverkusen, I think those sides can be beaten. Those sides can be beaten by Erik ten Hag. Nachitende Esther, why Maguire is starting lineup today? I think the manager just thought that he has benched him for a very long time, and he's fed up of being asked in the press conference of whether Maguire is going to start or not, and he has thrown him into this game. But that shows you that we're not going to be playing a high line, maybe, because Harry Maguire is exposed a lot each and every time a high line is played. So I think Ten Hag has really chosen to start him in this game of football. We might be playing with a lot of respect for the hosts, but hitting them on the break through the speed of Pellistri and Marcus Rashford. I think that might be the game plan today, because Harry Maguire, to me, I think he's in the evening hours of his duty at Old Trafford. He deserves to be sold. He is really a liability as far as that central defense position is concerned. He's going to be played onto the right side of the central defense, and Lisandro Martinez is going to be played on the right side of the central defense. Then I'm having Promise Andrew is telling me that good evening, my bro. Good evening, Andrew. Thank you for watching in, and smash the like button. And smash the like button in there for you. So go ahead and redo the needful, and obviously subscribe. Let's get into how Ten Hag has lined up his starting 11 for Manchester United. As it stands, it's David De Gea in goal. The system is 4-2-3-1. 4 defenders, a double pivot, 3 attacking midfielders, and 1 center forward. David De Gea in goal. He was our savior, guys. When you're playing against Southampton, he pulled out close to 2 world-class saves that saw us not concede a goal and kept a clean sheet at Old Trafford after that Casemiro tragedy befell us at Old Trafford and he was sent off. So we played close to 60 minutes when we were 10 men, and David De Gea was pivotal into that win. Right back, Aaron Wan-Bissaka starting his 2nd consecutive game. After being benched for like 4 games, he started against Southampton, and there he is starting against Rio Betis. It shows you that Diego Dallo has really lost a little bit of grip in the previous 2 games, and the manager has gone in for Aaron Bissaka. To me, I love Bissaka, though some people think that I have an agenda on Bissaka, yet I don't have any. I just believe it's time. I just believe it's time these 2 battled for this place. That's it. So this is one of the positions where we are having concrete confidence and concrete quality as far as the right back position is concerned at Manchester United. I think there are few positions in Manchester United squad where you feel like, all right, we are really having a lot of quality and a lot of depth in the right back position and the left back position. I think they are really one of those positions that you believe you are really having quality. In the central defense, I think we are lacking some quality, especially a right-footed central defender. That's why United are really wanting Julian Timber or Kim Min-jae to come in through in the summer. Central defensive midfield, we are shite into that position. Right wing, yeah, we are having quality. Left wing, I think even quality is there because Rashford, Sancho, Garnacho is injured. But obviously, Pellistri can also go and play that side. You get? Center forwards, that's another position that you're really lacking a lot of depth in because you're only having Weghorst, and we don't want to see Rashford leading the line because his best position is playing as a left attacking midfielder. Now, Bissaka starting in ahead of Dallo, and obviously is doing a very fantastic job at Manchester United and might force Erik ten Hag to change his mind on not signing a right back in the summer. Now, left back, Malacia has come in for Luke Shaw. In the game of Southampton, it was Luke Shaw that restarted ahead of Malacia, and Malacia is starting again for Manchester United ahead of Luke Shaw. And I think Luke Shaw deserves to be rested. He has been playing very many games. He returned from injury. I think, was he injured or sick? He missed out on the game of West Ham after playing in the finale that saw him create an assist for the first goal that Casemiro scored. In the game of West Ham, he was out. Then he returned in the game of Liverpool. He looked badly, and he was really appalling. So after him being appalling into that game, he returned in the game of Southampton, had a little bit. Sorry, in the game of Rio Betis, he had an assist. But apart from that, he never registered lots of success in the game. Even the game of Southampton, I never saw him really play very well, meaning that he deserved to be rested. Maybe he's burning out or he's getting gassed out, and the manager's really going to hate to sport it. Then Malacia comes in through, and I really like Malacia to go on and really improve onto his end product to his game. That's my only problem with Malacia. Defensively, he's good, he's press resistant, he's hard, he's solid, but when he crosses the halfway line of the pitch and approaches the final third of the opponent, his final product is really abysmal. That is something that Erik ten Hag and other coaches of United should be working on to see to it that this man really becomes one of those players that is really going to be having the best of life in the FIU. So, central defense, Lisandro Martinez and Harry Maguire. I've seen Esther complaining about Harry Maguire, but I think this is a kind of game that you give Maguire to play, according to me. You give him to play that game of football, and then because we have we don't have much to lose. We know we cannot concede 3. That's it. And if at all we can concede 3, then that will really come down to Erik ten Hag, because he would have read that game very well, very badly. I believe it would have been Lindelof, because I don't trust Maguire, but obviously the manager has really brought him in, and that calls in for United to be playing a high line. I think United is really going to be playing a high line in there for you. Now, Lisandro Martinez, this guy is unbelievably good. He's very good, and I really like the way he really conducts that central defense of Manchester United alongside any player he plays alongside with. But his best partnership is either with Lindelof or Rafael Varane. Casemiro, suspended in the domestic games, but not in Europe. Obviously, he's starting into the double pivot alongside Fred. And I think they're really going to be playing a very good kind of game. Why? In the game of Southampton, the manager put Bruno into this position, and obviously that entire stuff backfired, and I think it wasn't the best that Erik ten Hag expected to get from that game. But obviously, we just found ourselves in a position of drawing, and Casemiro was sent off. Something that you wouldn't be happy about, because we are having Newcastle, Fulham, Brentford, and Everton. If you're not having Casemiro, you're a little bit bothered about how the performance are really going to be. Fred starts. He never started in the game of Southampton. He came off the bench, and he's so much fresh because he played like 5 minutes on that game. So he's so much fresh, and the rotation really gave him a lot of energy, and his batteries are fully charged for this encounter. So he's coming in through to play alongside Casemiro. Bruno Fernandes, he has been played into his best position, and if I'm Erik ten Hag, I wouldn't like to see Bruno play in any other position, because even if you play him wide, he doesn't delivers when he's playing as a central attacking midfielder. So to me, today we are going to see one of the best games of Bruno, because every time he's played here, obviously he looks good. Marcus Rashford, left attacking midfielder. As a left winger, this is where he thrives best. And today, he needs to showcase us a different kind of game altogether. I don't want to see Rashford only scoring goals, because I know he has mastered the craft of scoring those goals, but he needs to be so much involved into the game. His threat into the final third of the opponent needs to be felt every time he gets that ball. Pellistri Facundo, very much excited about this lad. He's starting off the right attacking side of the midfield. Anthony is injured, so he is really left with Pellistri and Sancho. So he said Sancho started on Sunday against Southampton. So Facundo Pellistri has been really putting in lots of performances that have been demanding Erik ten Hag to start him in every game. And here he comes in that right attacking side of the midfield. I believe one of the reasons as to why Ten Hag has really brought in Pellistri is simple. Pellistri spent close to 1.5 seasons in Spain. He knows exactly how these teams operate. He has ever faced them. So he is not a novice playing at Real Betis, because he was at Alves, and he played here close to 3 or 4 times in the times he spent there on loan. So he's not a novice, and he knows exactly what this game of football is all about. But I can tell you that he is in this game on merit. He has been chosen by the manager because of merit, not because of favoritism, not because of lack of options, because Sancho would have started. But he is in this game on merit, and that's what I like about Erik ten Hag. Then Wout Weghorst leading the line. In the game we played against Real Betis at Old Trafford, he scored. And I think he might find himself on the score sheet again today, because I believe we are winning this game. We have nothing to lose, but I believe we are really going ahead to win this beautiful game of football. Now, I'm having a Depare Opeyemi United win. I too believe we are winning tonight. That's what is running in my mind. I believe we are really winning tonight. Then he could have been Lindelof. Yeah, he could have been Lindelof, but the problem is Victor Lindelof is just returning from is it being ill? That's it. He was not in the match squad for the game of Liverpool. In the game of Real Betis, I think, was not also in the match squad. Southampton. So I think he's having some disturbances, but I believe he's fully back, because this time around he's onto the bench. So let's see how Harry Maguire is going to feature into this game. Now, Promise Andrew, I missed your program yesterday. Please tell me about the bull in Manchester United. Which bull? Which bull are you talking about? The bull? I'm not getting you. Throw more light about the bull. All I know at United today, the Qataris have shown up. I think the first video uploaded today has really gone ahead to indicate them very well. They've arrived at Manchester United. They've been to Carrington. They've been to Old Trafford. They've put in their presentations, and nothing has really gone ahead to stop their pursuit to take over Manchester United. That's what I'm being told, and I was fed in by that, and that's what I know that is taking place at Manchester United. Then I'm so glad to hear that Pellistri is starting today. And guys, I'm excited. Why? I think Anthony being ill and Garnacho getting an injury has put Pellistri into a very good position to go ahead and really prove himself. Why? Ten Hag is telling him before the game today, are you ready, Pellistri? Pellistri will say yes. And then he's going to tell him, please, it's high time you showed me that you can have an impact as a player who comes on the pitch and starts. You've shown me that every time I've bring you on as a substitute, you really impact the game. So this is another huge chance to announce yourself as one of those players that want to be at Old Trafford. So he needs to put out all his effort. And if at all you ask me whether I trust Pellistri to that, 100% put there my hand, because I know Pellistri has been playing for Uruguay, played at the World Cup, and he has never disappointed every time he has been fielded on the field of play. For the very first time he played for Erik ten Hag, it was it was in the preseason in Thailand when we are really beating Liverpool by 4-1. So he even scored a goal. He's a very good player that needs to just go all out and prove it to the manager, Erik ten Hag. But ten Hag has also proven that this player is good. That's why he really blocked any attempts to really take him on loan in the January transfer window. And he was so much unspectful of what the season is going to be, more injuries. And he knew that a player like Pellistri would get an opening into the starting 11 of Manchester United. And we never knew that the day was going to be today for him to start. But obviously, the manager has really brought him in and given him a chance to start. He's going to score, I'm sure of it. To me, one thing I'm excited about him is that he's a right winger who plays with the right foot. Secondly, he puts in crosses. He crosses the ball very well. He's a good crosser of the ball. Remember that game of Nottingham Forest we played away? There is a cross he really fed into Wout Weghorst, and Weghorst headed it wide. But I think one of the abilities of Weghorst that we are not using is his aerial threat. He's really good in the air. If at all we find ourselves really putting him into play by putting those crosses, I believe Weghorst might find himself really scoring in some good goals. So to me, I believe Facundo can score today, but my main anticipation about his start is him feeding Wout Weghorst. That's it. Because Weghorst thrives a lot on those crosses, and if at all he brings them in very many times, then he really put himself in a position of really starting the next game against Fulham at Old Trafford. Why? I think he's going to really give this position life and competition, because Ten Hag believes in Anthony a lot, and I think he's one of those players that he has gone ahead to favor in very many games. But if Pellistri comes in through and puts in a shift, then Anthony will have to work his ass off to see to it that he beats this lad. And I anticipate a very big game and good game for a player known as Facundo Pellistri tonight. And what a game for him to start playing away in Spain, a country where he has been for the previous 2 seasons, ever since United brought him in. Promise Andrew Leby, may God bless you. I really like your program, but I don't know how to send you stars. No, on YouTube, there is a $sign down. If at all you see that $sign, click on that $sign, and then you can send in what we call a super chat. On YouTube, we don't have stars. We are having super chats. So you can buy a super chat and send it, that $sign, to support the channel. Thank you very much for watching it, Promise Andrew. Then I'm having Carole Moses Pasco. David, my question for today: how many years Glazers spent in Manchester United? Glazers took over United in 2005. This is going to be the 18th year for them in control of Manchester United. That's it. They've spent 18 years in charge of Manchester United. But what really helped them to stay here was Sir Alex Ferguson having mastered the craft of winning the league and really trying to really sign in players and convince them to come to the club. But our recruitment has always been a question because of the Glazers and not wanting to really upgrade into the staff that runs the club. So they've been here for 18 years. That's it. They've been here for 18 years. Then Carole Moses Pasco. But although Maguire is a player, but today is not his day to play. To me, I don't believe that there is any game Harry Maguire deserves to play. That game is not there. To start, I mean. If he can come in through like the game of Southampton and he plays some 5 minutes, it's okay. But I don't see Harry Maguire in a position to start any game of a team of Manchester United because he's not fit to be a United player. You see, he's up for sale, but have you had any team in the top 6 going anywhere near him? That shows you how crap this player is. You know, every time you feel like your player is up for sale and there is no elite team, either in the Premier League, Bundesliga, La Liga, Serie A, and French League One, that is going in for him, just know that player is not seen as good enough. You get? You see Sancho, he's just trying to fight back to get his form. But if at all United can say Sancho is up for sale, you'll see very many teams lining up to go in and really get in Sancho. You get? Elite teams, I mean. So, as it stands for me, he's one of those players that you cannot come out and really bet on that is going to perform very well. The only bet that's going to come in through is that he's really going to play very badly. But I think Ten Hag wanted to rest Rafael Varane, and Lindelof returning from illness, he wouldn't trust him to start this game. So he wanted to rest the player, and the only option he had was Harry Maguire. So let's go to the lineup of Rio Betis. They are playing a 4-2-3-1 as Eric Ten Hag's team, with R. Silva in goal, Sabali right back, Peleza playing on the right side of central defense, Gonzalez left side of the central defense, Abna left back, Rodriguez and William Carvalho double pivot, Rubiol right attack midfielder, Joaquin playing as a central attacking midfielder, Joan Mi playing as a left attack midfielder, and Ayoze Perez leading the line. Remember, at Old Trafford, this is the gentleman that put that ball in the back of the net against us. So that is the starting 11 of Rio Betis, and I think they're going to put in a very well-fought performance, but I think we are going to win the game. However much they're going to come out and fight, but we are winning this game. We won the first leg at Old Trafford, and we are winning this one too. I don't see them coming in through. I don't see them coming in through and obviously putting in a shift to stop us from really to stop us from really going in and really stopping us from really winning this game of football. So I 100% believe we are really winning this one. We are going for this one, and I want a win. I want a win. I want a win today, and no one should stop United from really banging in this well-deserved win of us. So guys, smash the like button, comment and share. I want to see your predictions roll down into the comment section below as we really thrive through to the beautiful game of football that is happening at all in Spain as we take on a good side that is placed 5th into the La Liga. Amidu Kamara, good evening, sir. Good evening, Amidu. How are you and where are you watching us from? Hope you're really having a fantastic evening. But Eric Ten Hag is one of those managers that yesterday hinted about us having injuries. And right now, as we speak, we are not having Martial, though he's really training to get back. The other player that we are not having is Donny van Beek, Garnacho, Eriksson, You get? So if you're having a team not having close to 5 or 6 players that are supposed to be starters in the game, then you really have to be a very good manager to really grind out results or graft out results through the season, because that's what Ten Hag has been doing this season. He has been grafting out results season in, season out. That is Facundo Pellistri arriving at the stadium ahead of the beautiful game of football as United takes on Real Betis down in Spain. So he's starting, and I expect a lot from him. A statement should be made, and I expect a statement performance from this Uruguayan player, because he is really good. He is really good and is really doing the needful at all for the team of Manchester United. Then Casemiro, that is how Casemiro arrived. Remember, he's banned for 4 games in the domestic league, but in the UEFA Europa League, he needs also to take care today. If at all he gets a yellow card today, he's going to miss out onto the next game. And Bruno, also, if at all he finds himself not putting in an effort of not getting a yellow card and he gets one, he will be missed out in the next game that we're going to play if we qualify for the quarterfinals, of which I believe we've qualified for the quarterfinals. So that is Casemiro for you. And obviously the gaffer himself, Erik Ten Hag, arriving at the stadium. That is Erik Ten Hag arriving at the stadium Estadio Benito Villamarin. That is Erik Ten Hag arriving as he really gets ready to pick up his team that is going to do the needful for him. Then Amidou Camara, watching in from Sierra Leone. Thank you, my brother, for watching in. Thank you very much. Then I'm having Patrick Mwanga. I think it's a draw, bro. A draw is possible, but with the squad that we've put in, I think we are going to beat them. We are beating them at their ground. You know, Erik Ten Hag has gone strong. He's not taking any risks. If I told you see Bissaka, Lisandro Martinez, Malacia, Casemiro, Fred, Bruno Fernandes, Rashford, Wout Weghorst, he's going in strong. If at all he wanted a draw, I think wouldn't have gone strong like that. He would have benched some good players. Bruno would have been benched. Sancho would have been coming in to start. Sabitzer would have played. Scott McTominay would have played. But he has gone strong. He wants a win because he's a player who has gone ahead to experience what we call the European nights under Ajax. You get? When he was managing Ajax, he played so much into the Premier League, sometimes the UEFA Europa League. And I think was it 2017, we beat them in the finale by 2-0. I think it was probably Bide Pogba and it Marcus Rashford. I don't recall very well. But he knows that in the European games, things can change. Things can change. He would have found himself in the final of the Champions League in 2019. But remember, he came to White Hart Lane. I think it was it White Hart Lane by then? He beat them by 1-0. And he knew that he was going to kill off the game down in Ajax. Guess what happened? He scored 2 goals ahead of Spurs. And Spurs, from the 85th minute, they came ahead and really scored 3. And they knocked out Ajax from the Champions League. So he knows that in such tournaments, things can go from bad to worse. That's why I was going in strong. And I believe we are winning. I see a win written over this beautiful game of football. Then, Amidou Camara, what is your take on this game today? My take is, let's get the first goal. Let's score fast. After scoring fast, we manage the game very well. We shouldn't use a lot of energy, such that the manager gets in some bits her, Scott McTominay, to get in some minutes, because I think they're ideal to start on Sunday against Fulham in that double pivot. So those players should get in minutes. I think Lindelof should also get in some minutes. If at all we kill off that game early enough, why keep Lisandro Martinez on the field of play? Because he has been playing literally in every game ever since, I think, ever since the game of Barcelona away. He has never been rested. You get? He has been playing every game. Barcelona away, Barcelona at home, Leicester City at home, the Carabao Cup finale. Then we played, I think he was rested for the game of West Ham. He came in through and played like 30 minutes. Then we played Liverpool. After Liverpool, he played Rio Betis. After Rio Betis played Southampton, after Southampton, and then he is here starting again. So I think the main aim of this game is let's score fast, because when we score fast, would have given them a very huge duty to go ahead to put 4 goals past us. We'll be 4 goals ahead of them. So that is the way I see this game. We kill it off by scoring a goal fast. Then we should rest players. The Sanchez should come in through. Let me see who are having on the bench. 5 substitutes to come in through. I think Sabitzer, Lindelof, Diego Dallo can also get some minutes. Sancho can come in through. Elanga or Scott McTominay should also come in through and really play some minutes, because if we kill it off early enough, then we get a little bit of rest and prepare for Sunday, the quarterfinals of the FA Cup at Old Trafford. Then Promise Andrew S. Leby is predicting a 3-goal win for Manchester United. It's possible. It's possible. Why? If Rashford, Bruno, Facundo Pellistri connect very well with Weghorst, I think there is no way you tell me that we cannot put 3 goals past this team. They are vulnerable at defense, and we witness that at Old Trafford. But we should also give a little bit of respect to this team, because they can come in through and hurt us in any way. If at all they score fast, then the game would have gone from where we expect it to be to where we think we are supposed to be. So smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. So as it stands, we are having a very beautiful game of football tonight. I'm predicting a win, and I would like us to keep a clean sheet. Yes, keep a clean sheet. Get back to Manchester having the best of life. We are left with 24 minutes into the start of the game, and I think it's high time I stopped this and I see how you guys are going ahead to predict. Let's end the poll and see what you guys are saying. 84% are calling in for Manchester United win. 15% are calling in for a Rio Betis win. Oh, we are having in other people who think Betis is going to beat us. 0% are calling in for draw. And obviously, 13 votes have been casted in total. So, guys, thank you very much for watching in through. Rokan David remains my name. Thank you for everyone that's going ahead to really put in your comment. See you later when the game is done in what we call the match reaction. May the Almighty God bless you abundantly. I'm out.